What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another pay-per-view review. We are here to talk about night one of WrestleMania 37, and I ain't gonna hold you. It was fire. It was fire. WWE is really good with doing super horrible builds, but putting on really great matches because they have really great wrestlers. So, and I said this on yesterday that WWE always banks on their putting on good shows, even if they're the build has been bad, because it's like, well, it's WrestleMania. People are going to watch anyway because it's WrestleMania. It's our biggest thing. Man, and I think even with the amount of people they had on Peacock, which was, I think, a lot. I think it was in like the billions. It was a lot of people. How much more people they can have on that show if they just give us some good stories. But night one, really good. They had America the Beautiful being sung. And then, of course, ladies and gentlemen, the fans, please welcome Vince McMahon. And then everybody, the crowd. I missed the crowd so much. The crowd, oh, man. So good. Vince McMahon comes out. And he pretty much, with all the wrestlers, thanks everybody for coming, and talks about COVID and how a hard year it's been for everybody, and the performers performed for them every day still, and there's nothing nothing better to be in the front of a crowd and all this stuff, and big pop for Vince McMahon. Yeah, it was good. And then, of course, because why not hold the people more? They get a rain delay in Raymond James Stadium, and they had to evacuate all the people, make sure everything gets dried up and stuff like that. They got the ponchos out. So while they evacuate the fans, they cut backstage promo, like the announcer or the wrestlers and stuff cut backstage promos, unscripted backstage promos, and man, how good your performers are of performing off script backstage. Who would have thought that wrestlers can go unscripted and it be good? Whew. I'm just saying. Me personally, I didn't know they can do it, but here they are doing it. It's almost like they were paid to be good speakers or something. But yeah, they had interviews. They had Shane McMahon. He first came, did talk, and he was talking about pretty much how he gives Braun Strowman credit about being smart about doing the steel cage match, but he said he had a couple of tricks up his sleeve. And then Bobby Lashley and MVP come. They're like, all right, bye. Bobby Lashley's just feeling himself. And Mackenzie's kind of like sort of like, hey, I know you amped up, but how does it feel to be in front of the crowd? Bobby Lashley says, it feels pretty amazing. And then MVP was like, just before you continue, and he pretty much talks about the people who saying that people who doubted Bobby Lashley, say he wasn't going to be the one to ever main event or to ever be WWE champion. Look at him, WWE champion. He won't be able to want to defend against Drew. They said he was going to beat him and watch what he does. And then Drew comes in here, and they kind of get in each other's face. It was kind of surreal. And then Drew, he gets his interview. I love how like he was turned towards him, but she had to be where Drew was. So he was like, so he told her to move, but only he said, I don't want him like sneaking up behind me or anything. So that was a cool thing. And he pretty much talked about, being amped up and wanting to fight him. You're like, man, I can fight him right now. It was like, I'm ready to go. Just get a ref. We don't have to do it. We don't have to wait. We can do it right now. I like that. He had he had him with New Day. Kevin Patrick was back there with New Day, and then they had their big thing, and then Big E came up out of nowhere. He's gonna watch my boys put in work. New Day is one of the best to talk on the mic, so they do what they do best. And then Owens also was on the mic. He talked about Sami Zayn, how long they known each other for 20 plus years. Wrestled all over the world. He said this is a different Sami Zayn that even he's not used to. He said he's gonna beat the respect out of him, or beat the friendship back out of him. The old Sami Zayn. Bianca Belaire, she had hers. Pretty much talk about the biggest moment of her career, and saying how everybody's great and everything, but it's her moment to shine. She's gonna do this for her husband, for her parents. Miz and Morrison, being them, they did them, and then Seth Rollins, of course, being great, kept calling Kevin Mike. He was like, it's Kevin. He was like, Mike. He's like, Kevin. And he kept calling Cesaro Cesaro, which was hilarious. So that was all great. About a half hour later, they actually start the show. Titus and Hogan come out. They welcome everybody to WrestleMania. No matter rain, sleet, or snow, we're gonna have this show. And Hulk Hogan, let me tell you something, brother. He does all this stuff. And then we start off WrestleMania half hour later with Drew versus Lashley. Crowd hot for Drew. They loved him some Drew McIntyre. Lashley got him a little bit of love. This was a solid, it was a little slow back and forth. It was a little slippery. The ramp, everything was wet. You can just really tell how slippery and wet everything was. So it seems like they're getting a little used to everybody, used to each other, used to the ring. They want to slip and fall or whatever like that. Mandy Rose. So, they're trying to get used to that. This is good. This is a very good opener. And it was really probably good for Drew, who instead of having that 5-minute match from last year, got an actual solid match with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, dominated a lot. They big meaty throws at each other, just tossing each other up and down. McIntyre doing his big kip up. I think there was even a part where Bobby Lashley did like a big slam. He was like, I'm the man. And then Drew McIntyre kicked up out of that. He was like, you're going to have to hit me harder than that, fella. Big man. He calls him big man because he calls everybody big man. Drew McIntyre hit 3 Future Shock DDT, still got a 2. I don't know. I don't think Bobby hit a flatline. I don't think he ever hit the spear. He tried a lot of hurt locks, and Drew was getting a lot of hurt locks out. He was doing a lot of get the hurt locks out. He did the Tree of Woe, I'm tossing you out thing. He did that. That was fantastic stuff. In the end, though, Drew hit him with a Glasgow kiss. Give him a kiss. He hit him twice. And he was set up for the Claymore. One of the times he set up for a Claymore, he reversed the slam. Second time he was going for it, he did 3, 2, 1. And MVP distracted him a little bit, yelled out for Bobby. He turned. He went to do his Claymore. He misses. Drew McIntyre catches him with the hurt lock. He couldn't get it straight in all the way, and he was elbowing him. Put it in. McIntyre was struggling a little bit. He was trying to get in there. He tried to do the rope thing and take him out, but he rolled out of that, back in the hurt lock, kept it in longer. No tap out, but Drew McIntyre passes out, and still WWE Champion Bobby Lashley, Wakanda Forever. That's my man's. I'm so happy that he retained. And from what people have been saying about Drew McIntyre, I feel like Drew understood. I feel like there was a thing that like probably Vince and a lot of people were probably like, Drew, we're back, we're in front of crowds, time to put you back in that title picture. And I feel like Drew McIntyre's like, nah. I feel like Drew McIntyre would have been the one to be like, Nah, man, there's money in Bobby Lashley, man. We gotta keep this thing going, man. Keep the title on him. Let me chase him. Let me go through more hurdles to get back to him. So I feel like that was a thing, and I think they can tell more stories. And man, just good for Lashley, man. I'm so glad he retained, and the chase is still on for Drew McIntyre, and I think it's fantastic. Don't let this third, you want to be WWE champion for a third time. Don't let it come this easy, and I think that's the most intriguing thing, and I'm happy that Bobby retained. After that, they did like a little backstage thing that had NWO plus Titus back there. Uh, my girl, Ding Dong Hello, Bailey comes out there. She was like, "Hey, you need a host to sweep me, guys." Kevin Nash did, "I'll too sweet you," but psych, gotcha. Um, Titus was like, I'm hungry," and Hulk is like, "Yeah, I'm with a brother. I'm hungry, brother." And X Pac was like, yeah, "Nah, I actually like you. I'll give you a too sweet." And then Scott Hall was like, "Yeah, it's too sweet. I'll too sweet you too." And then Babe was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." Yeah, and then he said, "All right, call me brother." And that was it. I love Bailey. She's the best. Next up was the women's tag team gauntlet match. Opened with Lana and Naomi, who Naomi again got a very big pop. I guess because she is from Florida, so I guess that should be why. Faced off against Mella and Billie Kay. This was a fun exchange. I love that Billie Kay would do Mella would do her thing, and Billie Kay would try to copy what Mella would do. That was pretty hilarious. Lana's gotten very much better, very much improved in her wrestling. So good to see that her work has paid off. In the end, though, Billie Kay goes to roll her up, and then Carmella uses her feet to help her keep the pin so they wouldn't kick out. So Carmella and Billie Kay advance. Out comes the Riot Squad. Riot Squad hits great tag team moves. They are fantastic. They tried to do the same thing with them with the ropes to the foot. Referee catches them this time. They get taken out, and then they hit like a backbreaker senton thing on them to get the win. So they're eliminated. Next out is and then they get beat up, super kick to the face. And then out comes Dandy. Poor Mandy Rose. She comes walking out, and then she just just slips and falls on her butt. Dana Brooke, Mandy, what are you doing over there? We got WrestleMania coming, and she just completely ignores her. They go in the ring. They get some offense in there. Mandy Rose again goes to the top. She tries to hop to the top, almost slips again. Ruby, nope, not Ruby. Liv thankfully catches her. Tries to do the she does like a suplex. Goes for the cover for a 2, and then Liv rolls her up. Reverses rolls her up for the 1, 2, 3, and then for some reason the ref tells them to call that Dandy one, even though they was like, "Oh, our mistake." The Riot Squad advances, and the crowd went crazy. And it was like, yeah, no controversy there. I don't know what they were thinking. That was hilarious. And then finally comes the Tamina and Natty. Crowd was very much behind Liv Morgan and Ruby Riott because they're fantastic. Natalya got some love there because she is Natalya. They go hard, hit hard. They even the Riots do their move on Tamina, the backstabber senton thing. They do that to her. She kicks out at 2. They try to do their Riot kick combo. Natalya breaks that up. Tamina super kicks Liv out the way. They bring in Natalya. They hit a heart attack on her, and then Natalya is about to do the sharpshooter, and she was like, "You know what? Nah." Tag in Tamina, give Tamina her WrestleMania moment, and then Tamina hits the splash. 1, 2, 3. Tamina and Natalya win. I'm on the Tamina train. Sue me. I'm on the Tamina train. Choo choo. I'm here for it. I actually hope they win tomorrow. But yeah, that was good stuff. Tamina's been killing it lately. Good for them. Next up, Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. First of all, still that ad is still the funniest thing I've ever seen. Seth Rollins has new music, and it's fantastic. Of course, he gets a big, huge pop because it's Seth freaking Rollins. Cesaro got him a huge pop. He got him a big, big pop, and I loved every second of it. The story of this, which was a fantastic story, swing as much as you can. I'm gonna get you in the swing. I'm gonna get you in the swing, and it's Seth Rollins just find multiple ways to say no. You're not getting me in the swing. I'm going to tear your arm apart. He takes down that arm, and yeah, make sure he doesn't get that swing in. And that's pretty much what he does. Tries to get in the swing, no, kicks him in the arm, tears his arm up. Pretty much does everything. He tries to shake it off. Seth Rollins is just fantastic. He did a 180 frog splash, fantastic for two. Cesaro went to do his swing, couldn't get into it, and then he went to go for a neutralizer, reversed that, like, cause he did the thing where they pick him up and he gets on there and he like insecurities him in the head. He hit that once. He tried to do that again. He like ducked under and caught him in the smoothly caught him in the swing. The crowd was just going for the swing. He only hit it 9 times because the arm hurts. So you only get 9 of them the first time, and then he hits him with the sharp. He puts in the sharpshooter. He gets out of that. And then he goes for smooth as silk. Smooth as silk. He tries to go for another one. He gets up, hits him with a neutralizer for a 2. And then he goes for it again. He does the thing. Smoothly puts him in the neutralizer. Puts him up, picks him up, and then Seth Rollins counters it beautifully into a pedigree. Fantastic. Got that for a 2. And then he does the thing where he's like, all right, it's over. I got out the swing. I survived the neutralizer. I'm the king. You can't beat me. And then he goes for a stomp, picks him up, reverses, boom, get this uppercut. And then he picks him up and UFO, fantastic, where it's just he has him on his neck and he's spinning them, no hands, just spin with him on no hands. Look my hands, I said look my no hands, and no darling, I don't dance. Let's go. He hit him with that, boom, and then swing time. He hit 23. He got him with 23 swings. After 23 swings, hits him one more time with the neutralizer for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Cesaro is your winner. This night 1 is about giving people their moments. Bobby Lashley got his moment. Tamina got her moment. Now Cesaro got his moment. Give me what I want. Give it all to me. I love it all. Speaking of giving them their moments, New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions are there. They talk about who they have in this next match. They give it up to the New Day. They said they're one of the best tag team champions of all time. 11-time champs is no joke. But Omos is a big man. Bobby Roode said he known AJ for a long time. Talk about those TNA days. He never bet against the phenomenal one. And they cut to the ring. Oh, Tampa Bay! Don't you dare be sour! Clap for your world famous 11-time champs and feel the power. Oh man, it put me in my feels. Oh, so nostalgic, Big E. Oh, bringing that back. Oh, so good. New Day come out, and then AJ Styles and Omos comes out. I love how Omos has no wrestling gear, which is great. Um, Crowd, of course, they love them some New Day, and then they love them some AJ Styles. So Omos is about to start, and they're like, no, 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 big man. The crowd wants AJ Styles, so how about you get AJ Styles? So AJ Styles obliges, and this match was pretty much New Day saying, "Ha ha, we're a better tag team than you. We are going to do this thing called isolate and not get the big man in." And that's pretty much what they do. Like this half this match, they do all the fancy ways to not tag not tag AJ Styles into Omos. They try to do it a couple of times. Head scissors, haha. Try to do it again. He's like, AJ, you're phenomenal, but you ain't no tag team wrestler, baby. A lot of, they do all their best hits. The Stampede Stomp, the elbows and the springboard stomps. They do all the things. They even they tag him in, and AJ's about to tag in, and AJ Woods cuts him off. Just a whole bunch of fantastic stuff. And then the good stuff comes when Omos tags in. AJ's they're about to go for the up down down. AJ Styles gets out of that while Woods is sitting on the turnbuckle, and Omos is on a corner laughing. He's smiling now. AJ Styles and Woods literally just realized what happened, and then Woods is like, don't you dare go over there and attack it. Don't you dare do it. And then AJ Styles smiles. He tags in Omos, and then Woods is just looking at him like he's just seen a ghost. He comes in, he's scared, and then he tries to kick, chop the big man down. Do the kicks in there. Omos is yeah, hit like a bitch. Oh, got him. He does that. Tried to break him down, can't do it. Tags in Kofi, tries to do that. Nope, can't do it. Takes them both out with the double slams. And then he does the thing. AJ Styles gets on top of Omos, jumps on top of Omos' shoulder. Phenomenal forearm to Woods. Tosses Kofi into Omos. Boom, big slam. AJ Styles says, "Hey, Omos, 1 foot." Puts 1 foot on him. 1, 2, 3. And new Raw Tag Team Champions. Grand Slam champion for AJ Styles. Good, solid match. The New Day are fantastic. They made him look like $200 million is what you want. AJ Styles, of course, as always, is phenomenal. Can't wait to see what happens really with AJ and Omos, how that's going to happen. They're probably going to be like Diesel and Michaels. They're going to win, they're going to dominate, and then when they lose the titles, it's going to be because of AJ, and then Omos is going to be big monster by himself. It's going to be great. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Then this match happened. Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman wasn't horrible. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Solid stuff from them. Braun Strowman still gets love from the crowd, so that's always good to see. Braun Strowman comes out, and Jackson Riker and of course Elias comes down. They take him out with the chair, beat him up, and then bring him back. And then Shane McMahon got the chair. He starts beating him with the chair. Braun overpowers him again, but he gets the leg kicks in there, chopping him down. Unlike what Woods can do to Omos, we can chop the big man Braun Strowman down, which is good stuff. He runs Shane into the cage. Good spot. Shane's been trying to do a whole bunch of things to try to get him down. Realizes he can't do it. He even does a coast to coast. He's like, "Oh, this ain't working." Ooh, all right, well let's climb the cage. Let's go on and climb that big old cage. Yeah, let's do it. That's a great idea. He climbs it. Braun goes after him, and then he has a metal thing. And he pops him with it. I think he pops him with it, and then he goes for the coast to coast, which is still impressive because even at my young age, I couldn't even think about doing that. And then that's when he climbs again. And then Elias and Jackson Riker are there trying to climb for some reason and help him up. And then Braun Strowman hits the cage. They fall. What's his face falls too. Shane McMahon, he falls as well. And then he takes him out again. He goes on top. And then they follow him on top. And then he grabs a toolbox. Boom! Pops him in the head with the toolbox. He falls. He is laid out. Victory for Shane McMahon. He's like, woo! Yeah, I'm the man. Hey. He's going down. He's like, hey, Braun. Ha. Bye. He puts his hand through the cage. And then Braun Strowman like takes his hand. He's trying to go down. He puts his hand through the cage. And then he takes the cage, rips the cage. Oh, big Braun Strowman move. Rips the whole cage. Brings him in there. Tosses him in the cage. Beats him up some more. And then he brings him to like the top of the cage. He said, who's stupid now? And then he throws him off the cage. Oh, big spot was something, again, that I would never think about doing. And then instead of Braun just going out, he said, this is for all the people who have been called stupid. This is for you shouldn't make think I'm stupid and they're going to beat you up. And then he takes him. Boom, power slam. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman wins, because if he didn't win, that would be that would be awkward. You know, the anti-bullying thing that WWE does. And if Shane called him stupid and he won and he's like, yeah, you stupid, that would have been awkward. But he didn't, so there you go. Good stuff. And then they did the Hall of Fame announcement. Bailey comes up again, fantastic. He's like, oh, I came here to do your job again, Michael Cole. It's like, oh, let's announce these Hall of Famers, and then the Hall of Famers come out. Big pop for JBL. Titus O'Neil was there. Big pop for the David Boy Smith and family. Big pop for the Bella Twins. Everybody still loves them some Bella Twins, which is, that's fair. And then crowd still hates Hogan, so do I, because I'm gonna move on. Next up. Woo! Miz and Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Damien Priest. Man, oh man. This match was fantastic. Man, was this match really good. A lot of bunnies come out, and I was like, oh, my boy, Adam Rose. I just forgot his name. Adam Rose. I was like, oh, yeah, he's about to be with the bunny suit. Oh, fire. And then Miz and Morrison come out horribly doing their own song, which is hilarious. And then Damien Priest comes out. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, boom, boom. And then Bad Bunny gets a fantastic entrance from on the big old truck thing. He's driving them in. And the crowd loves them some Bad Bunny. Hey, okay, we respect the Bad Bunny out here. And Damien Priest goes in the ring, and Bad Bunny is out there, and they're like, no, Damien Priest, no, we want the Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny talking all that mess. Give us the Bad Bunny. And he was like, okay, give him the Bad Bunny. All right, Bad Bunny's in there. He's like, all right, hip hop. All right, what up? What's good? You want some of this smoke? Do you want this smoke? And he comes up to him, box, just socks him right in the face. He was like, oh. He's like, oh, okay. Comes again, bop, socks him again. He was like, oh, no heat. All right. And then Bad Bunny just out here, drop toe holding people, getting packaged pins out on people, and I was like, Bad Bunny out here putting in the work. Okay, Bad Bunny. He did a spinning head scissors. That was fantastic. He did that fantastic, better than a lot of wrestlers now be doing. He's out here showing out. And then John Morrison's like, all right, this is gone far enough. And then he comes in there doing this boom, arm drags, drop kicks. He's just out here putting in the work. And then Morrison comes back in, beats him down, like pops him, tosses him on, like his rope hits his head hits the rope and stuff. And now, boom, we are tearing Bad Bunny up. And Bad Bunny sold like a champion, getting kicked in the face, getting power slammed. John Morrison did a spin-a-rooney. That was hilarious. Big boot. Yeah, that was. Yeah, they were just tearing him up, and then finally, Morrison went to go after him. Bad Bunny kicks him, and he does a nice spinning DDT. Tags in Damien Priest. Damien Priest runs wild, does his things, gets his things in, and then they do a do they do that first? They do the thing that so Damien Priest bounces off the ropes, and then they do the Damien Priest does the thing where he jumps on the second rope and does the flip thing. He does that, and then Bad Bunny, of course, gets on the top rope again. Boom, splash. They go back in the ring. Damien Priest is about to end it with with the Miz. Boom, catches him with the skull crushing finale. 1-2. Boom, Bad Bunny saves at the last minute. Okay, Bad Bunny, I see you out here. And then they try to take him out. And then they do the bunny ears. And then they do stereo Falcon Arrows. I was like, what? I was like, okay, we out here. But and then the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen in my life. Damien Priest is about to tag in Bad Bunny. John Morrison takes him down. He's about to hit Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny reverses it. He gets on him. And then he hit a Canadian destroyer on John Morrison. I've seen it all. And then Miz is like, what? He was like, I've never popped out a Canadian destroyer a day in my life. This boy just hit out. Damien Priest is like, whoa, where did that come from? Everybody was like, what? And the crowd popped huge for that. And then he gets back in the ring. He tried to take him out. He hits him with the Reckoning. The end of Lights Out, whatever he calls it. Tags in Bad Bunny, and they hit like a crossbody Doomsday for the 1-2-3. Match was so good. Wow, that match was so much better than it really should be. And I suggest hey, put them in the tag team division. Let them wrestle some more. Put them in the tag team division. Them versus New Day. Make it happen, Cap'n. Yes, them. Omos and what's his face? Omos and AJ Styles. Retribution. Lucha House Party. What's their face's name? Miz and Morrison. That's you got yourself a solid tag team division with them. Hey, just put them in there. If you want to bring up Breezango, you don't really have to. Just put those in there. Just have them in there. You got yourself a tag team division. I ain't gonna hold you. That was so good. He had a Canadian destroyer. Oh my god, because he said a bunny destroyer. Oh, that's so good. Wow, he could have. He had a Canadian destroyer, man. That's fantastic. Main event time, guys. Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belaire. Best match of the night. Don't talk to me. Don't text me. Don't ask me no questions. Best match of the night. The pop that Bianca Belaire got in Sasha Banks. The emotion when they said your main event, SmackDown Women's Champion, that bell rang, the crowd went crazy. The emotions from Sasha and Bianca, and almost tears. They were like, yes, this is our moment. The crowd was clapping, going crazy. Michael Cole, he did two flubs. He did one flub. He did one thing where he called it WrestleMania or something. He did something stupid earlier, which I actually thought was funny. Nobody else did, but I laughed. I thought it was pretty funny. And then he did say this is the first time two black women main evented a WrestleMania. Main evented. Not last on the show. Not there to be last. The headline. Main evented WrestleMania. And man, they put on a show. Yes, they did. Sasha Banks is the best women's wrestler in WWE. Fight me. Better than Bayley, better than Becky, better than Ronda, better than Charlotte, better than Asuka, better than Natalya, better than okay, better than Rhea. I don't care what you say. Sasha Banks is the best women's wrestler on that roster, and she's better than people in AEW. I don't care what anybody says. Only people that you can probably compare her to maybe would be people in Japanese wrestling, because she is fantastic. The way that she got aggressive in the creative ways that she used on Bianca's hair. Bianca does her thing where she does her I'm gonna do the handstand thing and I'm gonna do the backflip. She did that, and then Bianca she doesn't land. Sasha just grabs her hair smoothly, grabs her hair, takes it, chokes her out with it. She takes her hair, she wraps it around her neck, does the bank statement with it. She takes her hair, she wraps it around the rope, stomps her head in it. Oh, this match was so creative. They did a spot where she took her out the ring, and she went to do a meteor. Meteor on the double knees to her. She moves out the way. She tosses her on the to the entrance, and then she picks her up like this, deadlifts her, walks up the stairs, and tosses her in the ring. Bianca Belaire is fantastic. Man, this match is just so good. They did Sasha Banks did a fantastic 720 DDT. She like spun around and then bounced off the ropes and then hit a DDT. That was amazing. Bianca tries to Bianca tries to use her 450 splash. Sasha Banks gets her knees up. Bank statement. They did a thing where she hits the bank statement. And then they do the thing where they crawl to it, and then Sasha Banks does her roll thing, but then like she re-rolled to roll mental and to get to the ropes. So good. Bianca tried her thing where she does like the running stand. You know the thing that Trish Stratus used to do? She used to do the thing on the corner where somebody's on top of the ropes and they would take her down. She would take them down. Bianca tried that. Sasha catches her, stomps on her leg, and then Bianca tries to get up. She stomps on her chest. She does do the double foot stomps. She gets out the way. Then she tries to do double knees again. Boom, no, get out the way. Then she hits the 450 for another 2. She couldn't believe it. She thought it was over. And then she goes for a KOD. She reverses it and tried to do a backstabber, but she catches her. Hits a final KOD for the 1, 2, 3 botch. Michael Cole said that she kicked out. And then he tried to correct it, say this would have been a thing that you would have thought that she kicked out, but she didn't. Crowd didn't hear him. Crowd wasn't paying attention. Big pop. Here's your winner and new SmackDown Women's Champion. Now, there could be an argument that could be made, for me especially, that the match could have went a little longer. Could have went another 5-10 minutes for going from A. I mean, this was an A plus anyway, but going from A plus to like an A plus plus. I think that because that WrestleMania did get delayed for a half hour, I think that they were pressed for time. So as long as I think they wanted to go longer. So I think Michael Cole thought that she was going to kick out because that would have probably been like a false finish. She kicks out, and then she tries to go for like another KOD, and then she tries to go for maybe another bank statement. Tries to really get it in there. Try to do some things from like Sasha and Bayley. Tries to kick her. Tries to do the thing to really get her to tap out. Bianca maybe almost taps out, but she powers out, and then she's like, no, and then she does the thing, does like another 450, then hits the KOD for the win, something like that to maybe make it go longer. But this match was fantastic. So good. So good. The best match of the night. I know people are starstruck by what Bad Bunny did, and his performance was fantastic. He was selling, he was busting at all the stuff. But Sasha and Bianca, chemistry just like that, fantastic. Cesaro, Seth Rollins, fantastic. The opening match, very good. You know, the tag team match, it was there. The steel cage match, it was there. They were there. They had the highlights. It needed to happen, but opening match was fantastic. The way that they got to show off their off script skills, fantastic. Cesaro, Seth Rollins, the Bad Bunny match, the opening match, and this WrestleMania Night 1 is an A. That's an A show for me. I think that's an A show. It was fantastic. Over exceeded probably everybody's expectations, with a chance for a rematch for Sasha and Bianca, which I'm here for all day, all night. What did you guys think? And are you excited for night 2? Because your boy is. I'm so excited for night 2. Will it? I don't know if any match could beat Sasha Banks versus Bianca. It could be the main event because Daniel Bryan is just fantastic. But if it's not that, I don't see a match stomping Bianca and Sasha. I don't. And that's me being honest. But I think night 2 is going to be very good as well. But man, night 1, fantastic show. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.